Okay. Uh, Hello, my dear future chartered accountants. Here we are in the new chapter added by ICI, Accounting and Technology. We say this, especially I have used this in a lot of my sessions. Uh, Two types of business that is going to survive in the world. One is technology business, software companies. Other is technology enabled business. Whatever the business you call, you have to include technology as an integral part of operations, revenue models, business model, strategies, and so on. You cannot live without technology. Most probably, most of you might be watching this video in YouTube on your mobile. Again, another technology. I'm recording this session on a laptop by using software, so technology. We can't really escape. However, whichever complaints we have, that is a reality that we have to accept. This chapter is also revolving around technology relevant for a chartered accountant or an accounting process. So any person who embraces the technology, you can make use of in your day-to-day operations, and if you use it like a tool, it can increase the efficiency. Sometimes we get one common question like this: is technology a threat to the human being at a larger scale? Is it going to take away the jobs? Don't worry, my dear friends. That is a constant complaint you get in any evolution of human being. So when TV came, they said it is going to substitute radio. It is going to substitute the theatrical experience. When the movies came in, the where it is being displayed in the movie theater, the traditional theater is going to go away. They're all true, but they still survive. But of course, they have reduced gradually. Now, OTT platform have come and people have hue and cry telling, oh, then nobody will come to theater. People do come to theater, but let me tell you, that is also eventually going to fade away. It's all marketplace, my dear friends. Demand supply. Nobody can control beyond a particular point. So, will technology substitute the human completely? The answer is no. But I would say like this: technology will not replace human being. Technology will replace the human who don't use technology. I'm not sure if you heard of this statement. I truly believe in this aspect. So, will technology substitute the traditional teaching? You can say, no. See, in one remote corner, that faculty still does face-to-face physical classes. So many people comes. You can't take one exception and say that is the overall market, right? That is not the entire market. If revenue of a company is down by 90%, you can't say 10% revenue exists, so still company exists. No, company is almost going to shut down if 90% revenue comes down. So think on by and large decision making aspects. So will technology replace the traditional teacher? Technology will not replace a teacher, but it will replace a teacher who don't use technology. The same aspect will apply in accounting profession. Will technology replace accountants? The answer is no, in my opinion. However, it will replace those people who don't use technology. It's a important tool enabler. It will make you more efficient. You can do the work in a better way. Of course, it involves learning new elements. So with this chapter, Institute is not trying to teach you something. Because how can you teach technology, computer in a paper? You still have to practice in the system only. So how do they test this in exam? The objective of this chapter is not to test your technical skills or technology related questions. It's not going to ask you write a code. It is not going to ask you write a steps. Maybe sometimes they might do to make you understand, think in a structural manner. The chapter has been introduced to showcase the importance of technology in the real life. And for you to understand the technology well, Institute as a part of the course have ITT, Information Technology Training, and then Advanced ITT. I have no idea what those things are about because I have cleared the exam in the year 2010 itself. But I know they are introduced for the benefit of the upcoming chartered accountants. You should make well use of it. Right? But let me also tell you, in general, whichever knowledge you have, which includes technology also, 50% of which will get outdated by 2 years. So, if you are not progressing, you are getting worse. So, if you don't do anything for 2 years, 50% of your knowledge has been outdated. And if you don't do another for 2 years, another 50% gone. Only whatever small thing remains. You have to get yourself continuously updated. So CA, when you are doing CA, you feel after completing CA, oh, I have become CA. No, that is the whole course of CA is structured to make one point. What is that? The only thing you have to learn in CA is how to learn. You have to learn yourself. You have to learn from observation. You have to learn from case studies. You have to learn from discussing with the clients. You have to learn from reading annual reports. You have to learn from YouTube videos. You have to learn from attending CP seminars. Learning is a continuous process. So how to learn? If you have learned, that means you have got CA degree. So if you got a CA degree, that is a certificate, not that you know everything. That means you have learned how to learn. So from that day onwards, start learning. Anyway, let's come to the point. So this chapter is focusing on what are the technological elements that are happening in the accounting world, to be specific, that you should be aware of. So what is the process we are going to follow? I will use the institute material as the base. So this is the institute material. So I'll just take a glance through that so that you understand what are the aspects institute has covered, and I'm also explaining the same thing. And just one second. Yeah. So I also have my material, which if you are my student, you will get this, which is again extraction of institute material only, but I have concised and summarized so that you don't have to go through in detail like that what happened in institute material. And then actually I also make use of these things, which is I'm extremely sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah. So primarily I would make use of these things, which is the chart. So keeping use of the chart will help us summary in a clean manner, and day before exam also you can make use of this. So you'll understand what are the chapter it has and how it can be made use of. Okay. So let me use this chart first to tell you what are the topics of this chapter, then we can go one by one within that. So the first element is evolution of accounting. It is little bit of history in nature. When was the accounting formed? Then the industrial revolution happened. Some references in mythology or history in India like Chanakya, Arthashastra. Then latest is computer revolution, and even more latest I would say is artificial intelligence revolution. Okay. That is the first part. Second part is current state of technology in accounting. Current state of technology in accounting, like you have automation process, it's called as robotic automation process. In fact, I'm going to run one simple automation process to showcase the ability of what these automation process can do. You have various tools like UiPath, which I use the most. I am specializing in automation and Excel related aspects. So I use this in my day in and day out activities. You have UiPath, Power Automate by Microsoft. Then you have Anywhere Automation. So many automation tools are available. Then cloud computing, where the data is stored in the cloud and not in the physical server, and ERP like Oracle, SAP, so many softwares are available for accounting and for entire structuring of the operations of the entity. Then when computer comes, the side effect is also there, that is cyber security in accounting. Cyber threats will be there. So what are the aspects should be kept in mind, because everything is running on the computers and technology now. Then what about the future of technology? Blockchain, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. I don't know whether it's future. Maybe future is already started. And then Ind AS and technology, how you can make use of technology for the specific area of Ind AS, because that is what you are learning in this subject. In this subject, you are learning Ind AS. So what are the aspects you can apply technology in relation to the Ind AS related activities or Ind AS related reporting and structuring. Okay, now what will I do? I will actually run one automation process for you, just to give a glimpse of it, how it works and what is the code written behind it. Also I'll explain, not for exam, just for understanding purpose. Okay, let me run that for you now. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate how an robotic process automation works. I myself have developed lot of RPA, so that's where I get the confidence to explain this. With this, you should be able to get the confidence, get the idea what and all it can be done, and if you like it, you can make a career out of this, right? Okay, so let me explain you what this robot is doing. See, I have a Google form. It can be any website, okay, where I have to fill in certain details. I have to fill in name, I have to fill in email ID, I have to fill in phone number. This kind of data is very common. Like for example, for a bank, when somebody submits loan application form, everything they have to submit. Or nowadays everything is digital. Anyway, that's a different issue. But what I'm trying to tell you is how you can make use of the automation process just for demonstration purpose. So I have to fill in these data. Where do I get the data? I have in Excel sheet. You can see here name, email ID, phone number. So what would human do it? Copy the name, go to the sheet, paste it in the name. Then copy the email ID, goes to the email, paste it. Copy the phone number, go to the phone, then submit, then another. That's how we keep doing, right? Now the same thing will be replicated by an automation process. And for that automation process, no coding required. I don't know coding, I know only Excel. but the automation can be written, and how the automation background will look like, that also I'll show it to you. What I've used now is called as UiPath, which is what most people use, but also you have something like Power Automate, Automation Anywhere, lot of tools are there, but UI path is what is the pioneer in automation process, and I use lot for my project and for automation process. See, things you can think of this where I can use a TDS form you have to file. So many data is in Excel sheet, copy paste one by one, so many line items, GST you can make use of this, right? So you can also go for automatically login, then submit these documents one by one. You can do it. But anyway, so you got the demonstration aspect now. I have the data in the Excel. This data one by one, I have to copy and put this into Google form. Let me run this. Let me close this. Let me close this. Yes, everything is closed. Now I will open the UiPath Studio. So close. So the thing is, yeah. So I have opened the thing. I'll show you the background also. Let it get loaded. So I have to run the file. Please observe. This is where the magic happens. I have written the background processes. I am just clicking this. Yes, you can see automatic, everything's happening automatically. Okay, I'm not touching anything. See, the form has been opened, first one submitted, another response, another data filled in, copied, name, email ID, phone number, submit. Then another response, name, email ID, phone number, submit. Another response. See what a human could have done without you touching, it's happening in the background process. This is what I mean. You can make use of your time in an efficient way. Of course, you can also waste your time, do this and go and chat with somebody, but you can improve your efficiency, you can improve your contribution, you can do much more quantifiable job where mind is required rather than mundane jobs where copy paste one by one, line by line, or instead of exploiting articles for certain jobs, make use of robots which will do it and give good work and salary stipend to the articles maybe. But anyway, so this is where I have written 10 line items, right? So 10 line item is getting copy pasted one by one and it is submit. Next, I think another response is there. Yeah, it's completed. See, now the text execution completed in 1 minute. I'm not sure. You can see at the bottom, it is there. Test execution. That means this project executed in 1 minute, 17 seconds. Let me just quickly explain you what is that process that I have followed to make you understand what I've done. It's a drag and drop. You see, you select an activity here and put it here. So like that, first what I've done, read range. That means read the data from Excel book. What Excel book? Info data. That is the Excel book name. What is the sheet name? Sheet 1. Okay, after that what you should do, go to the website. So I said use the browser Chrome and go to this link. I've given the link. This link is there. That is the website link. After that what it should do, see, it should do what it should do for each row in the table. I've read the Excel backside. For each row in the table over there, you should select the current row. And what should I do? I take this current row and paste it where? Name. You see, I have shown the name section. Then another typing, that is type into email. I have shown in the website. Here I have selected. And another place, type activity, type as phone. And after submitting, after doing all these three, you should click submit. See, click is there. Click activity. Then click next response, and then for each row this will repeat the process. You can use this data for uploading certain things to website. You can use it for downloading some website. So many points are there, one by one you have to download. Make use of this. Or sometimes you take the data from Excel, search in a website and download that. Possible. I've written those things. Many more things are possible. Lot of software developers have migrated or have become RPA developer, robotic process automation developers. Imagine the amount of power it has. Of course, you have to put your mind, thoughts, and your interest into using these things. I hope this will instigate you to look at these things in a more focused manner. Right? Okay, so I hope you got an idea how an robotic process automation works. Take this inspiration, try a lot more, and let me know how you felt about it. Okay, let's move on with respect to our topic from exam point of view. Okay, so now that you have seen how the robotic process automation works, now let us go to the aspects what is covered in the chapter from exam point of view. So first one is automation process. What is the meaning? I think now when I say automation, you really understand its magnifying power, right? Now it is not just automation process which can help saving time. No, you have seen, I have demonstrated. Hope you can appreciate this effort and hope you can appreciate this chapter better. Okay, so automation process. Okay, what does I think before automation process? Okay, let me just quickly talk about the evolution of accounting. The first part, where and all this evolution started. Some people say why this accounting started primarily for tax purpose. Now it is for different purposes, but primarily the king has to collect tax from the business people. For you to collect tax, they have to maintain proper books of accounts because only on income you can collect tax. So for calculating so many elements, accounting was primarily used. So you see, even in Dubai, recently they've introduced corporate tax, a huge opportunity for Indian chartered accountants. Because so far it was tax free. Last year they've introduced GST, VAT. Okay, they don't call as GST, they call as VAT because they are still in olden days. We have moved to GST. That is indirect tax. Direct tax on corporates they have introduced very recently. So far because there was no tax, nobody cared about maintaining accounts. Anyway, there is no impact, right? But now that corporate tax is there, people are struggling to maintain the books of accounts. So that's where a lot of opportunities are there. So the primary purpose of tax, which is introduced until today, many places it is for the purpose of maintenance of books of accounts is for tax purpose. Even in Arthashastra written by Mr. Chanakya, economics, Kautilya is also we call him. Lot of economic principles are there. That's where accounting concepts also was covered. As far as double entry system is concerned, which we follow, debit, credit, debit the receiver, credit the giver, all the P&L balance sheet format, what we have structured, what we are following is introduced by Italian Mr. Luca Pacioli in the year 1494, I think, the year 15th century almost. That's where the double entry system concept was evolved, and from now onwards we are sticking to that. After that, in the industrial revolution happened in the 19th century. That's where lot of business flourished, and why European is considered, or why Europe is advanced, US is advanced, because they got the benefit of industrial revolution. And then the computer came in. I'm not sure if you have heard or followed Narayan Murthy, that's the word he has used. He said when he was forming Infosys, when the industrial revolution happened, India could not get the benefit out of it because we were ruled by British and British exploited us and we were denied the opportunity. So India could not really benefit the industrial revolution what happened in the 19th century. The next revolution happening is in computer software. 1980s, Narayan Murthy used these words. If India does not make use of this opportunity, that's going to be a big loss. That's where he decided, I will start my own company, and you know where the Infosys now. Of course, it's not just Narayan Murthy. Many people have contributed, but it is a matter of pride for all Indians the way Infosys have grown over the years. And now not only Infosys, so many IT companies. So India could get the benefit of software. Why a whole of world looks at India as of now is our strength in this. Now we are also expanding to manufacturing, tourism, lot more other aspects. But primary factor driving the India's progress was computer, which made the difference. Of course, in the backbone of the Indian economy is farmer, so we should not forget it. But we say something like a man of the match, right? Who made the difference, who made the impact is definitely computer. Now that is into a different stage. Okay, so let's come to the current state of technology in accounting. One is the automation process. Okay, coming to automation process, how the automation works, a simple example I have already demonstrated. Okay, so what is the meaning of automation process? Let me see what an institute has done. Okay, introduction, evolution of accounting, what I just explained, current state of technology, yeah, automation process. Automation, it's use of software and other tools. So many tools are there. Tally, Zoho, even Google Form, Google Drive, software tools to automate manual process connecting the front end and the back end. I hope now this sentence makes more sense. What do you mean by automation? I showed you, take the data from Excel, put it into one website. Take the data, put it into website. It's a human manual job. It's still to be done, but it can be replicated by assigning a robot. Robotic process automation. So robotic process automation, you have software robots or bots. So even when you chat with Swiggy in customer care, banks, in so many websites where they have introduced robots, bots, they call BOTS, automated bots. So when you're asking any complaints, questions, the robot will answer. If it is not able to, then it will be handed over to the customer care executives. Because usually the standard set of issues only comes up for that purpose. Okay, what is the benefit of automation process? Streamlining the data entry. So data gets more structured. People do less mistakes because it will happen automatically. Accelerating and data processing. You see how fast it had happened, right? I have to do it one by one means how much time it would have taken. See, it is done very fast. Accuracy, when somebody is copy pasting or typing, they look here, look there, forgot to take second line, third line, right? Now that issue is not there. Anyway, just a copy paste job, take from one place, put into another place, enhancing accuracy. You can use this for a lot more other. For example, you have to send daily reports. What and all the sales have happened. If you are providing services to a client, daily sales report, they will have a software. You should download, make a summary in Excel, let's say pivot table. Then that Excel or pivot table, you should go to the mail, copy paste it and send it. You are not doing anything else apart from manual job, right? Log into that website, download the report, insert the pivot table, send the mail. The whole thing you can structure it in what I just demonstrated. There are activities, login activities, download activities, insert pivot table activities, then send the mail. All of them can be manual and automated, and it can be triggered. You can set a timer every day, do this at morning 2 o'clock. So today is over. Morning 2 o'clock, report would have been downloaded, processed, email has been sent to the client. You are sleeping, he is sleeping, he gets up in the morning, checks the mail, mail is there exactly at same date. Robots don't ask for sick leaves. Robots or RPAs don't get frustrated, irritated, whatever may be the amount of job. No emotions, no girlfriend, boyfriends, no breakups. Anyway, so accuracy is there. Decision making can be made faster, saving time and money. Manual requires more time. You can set the process, you can make this happen every day, every month, and facilitating compliance so that when a issue comes, when error happens, or if somebody wants to audit, somebody wants to verify, we know what the verification should be, because if somebody is manual entry, you can't really audit it, something would have done. Now because everything is automated, things are under more control. Compliance, you think of GST, right? Earlier everything was GST audit and all was there. Now where is GST audit? No GST audit, right? Because everything is automated, connected, all online filing, online invoice also, most of them online. B2B, B2C is offline. That is what the automation will bring in to the table. Challenges, training. Yeah, somebody should learn RPA. Somebody should learn how to make changes if there is an issue required. Or somebody says, I don't want to send 2 o'clock in the midnight, send it to me 10 o'clock in the morning. So somebody should know how to go and make changes. So there is some training required. Data breaches, yes, if everything is on data, crime is also will happen on data. See, wherever money is there, wherever activities are there only crime also happens. Why so many fraud happens in financial industry? Harshad Mehta case, Karimlal Telgi case, scam 1992, scam 2003, or politics, Commonwealth Games scam, or any scam for that matter, where it will happen, where the money is involved, where the activity is involved. That's where the benefit is. Where nobody goes. See, which land has most disputes? Which is inside the city, central part. If it is outskirts, where nobody uses, there will not be any dispute, right? Anyway, so data breaches, cyber security attacks are also going to be a reality. You should be ready for it. Loss of jobs? Yes. If something is manual can be replicated, why do you need a person who does the manual jobs? Of course it will be replaced. You don't complain about it. Don't say, oh, their job getting replaced. What should those person do? Those person should upskill. You can't just remain in the same seat like in government department, full 50 years you are remaining there, and you want more and more by doing less and less. Not going to happen. You have to upgrade yourself, upskill yourself, learn new topics. That's what I told you regarding you, chart accountants, more in specific. You are having that prestigious position in the society. Your obligation is not only towards the client but also towards the society, the image that you carry. We have learned in professional duties of chart accountant ethics in the previous chapter. And the clients expect you to know everything. Arey Baba, you are chart accountant, you should know everything. God may not know certain things, CA should know. Tax also you should know. Law also you should know. Financial management also you should know. Accounting you should know. No choice there. So these things, new things comes. Artificial intelligence comes. Chat GPT comes. Robotic process automation comes. Yeah, you have to read. You have to analyze. You have to get updated yourself. Not just filing the due dates compliance. Assign that job to somebody else. Pay them. Make use of your time for developing this. That's where you can grow. You do same type of job, filing, audit filing, GST filing. Then they say, oh, everything's automated. What happened to my job? You are CA, no? You have gone Make use of articles, make use of paid assistants, get degree holders, train them, let them do those filing jobs. You take care of the next level job. You, if nothing is there, learn what is happening. That is your job, not to do day in and day out accounting, balance sheet preparation. If somebody else does it, you review it. You don't do those jobs. Your time is more valuable. Anyway, I think I'm talking too much. Let me back to this. Robotic process automation, software boards thing. I use RPA, UiPath, Power Automation in Microsoft has given, Automation Anywhere, Prism. So many tools are available. Automate financial data, processing, analyzing, reporting. So many reporting can be automated. Trial balance, you put it in a simple format. Balance sheet can be obtained. Why do you link trial balance line by line, one by one item? Maybe for the first time for a company you should do. After that, you can simply make use of it. See, forget about the tools of UiPath, robotic process automation. Excel macro, you know the power it has? Simple Excel. The power it has is enormous. One example I give you in Excel. There's one formula called as proper. You know, when you put a name of a company, let's say Infosys, I should be capital, N should be small letters, right? And then Infosys Private Limited or Infosys Limited, the L should be capital. The first letter in every word should be capital. Instead of doing it manually, in the Excel formula is there equals to proper, select the cell, it will give you in that format. And Excel is coming up with new formulas, text split, text join, concatenate, then V stack, two calls, choose rows, choose columns. I am not sure where VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP has come, Power Query has come. You should look at the Power Query, the amount of job it can perform, enormous, unbelievable. I've written, I was part of many automation process for my clients. That's where I specialize in. You should know the amount of saving in time it can do, so they can focus on doing the other jobs better. Anyway, so this is about the automation process. Let us go to the institute website, automation process, software program. See, so that indirect tax levied on the sale. So those kind of examples you can write in the exam also. So GST also can be levied, and when you type in tally, for example, if you enable the GST feature, the invoice number will get automatically uploaded. I think GSTR 1 or something, right? I don't know about GSTA, but it can be used for automation. Yes, these are the benefits, and there are some challenges. RPA examples. So you are, Ind AS 110 consolidation. Take the subsidiary trial balance, holding trial balance, then prepare consolidated one. Okay, for the first time you can do, and then you train the robots. Second time onwards, they'll do it automatically. Of course, it requires initial time to be spent. Initial time you have to spend, but regular time you don't have to do it. That's where robots can be made use of. Okay, let's come to the next heading. Cloud computing. Some people have misconception about the cloud. One of the videos I watched in YouTube, okay, some person asked this question: how can you store everything in the cloud? What happens if there is a rain? Some people might also think, especially our politicians, if it rains along with water, every data will fall down. Cloud computing means the data is stored in a commonly accessible server on internet. Amazon server, AWS. Like that, so many services are there. AWS is what I'm aware of it. Many other servers are also available where data will be stored in the cloud, so that you need not be in physical presence to access data. For example, when I was doing articleship, internet was there in the year 2005, 6, 7, 8, those periods. Sorry, not 2005, 6, 7, 8. 2008, 9, 10. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. During those periods, internet was there, but data was stored in physical server. Many companies' data also was stored like that. So you have to go to the office. Now everything is stored in computer. Tally, you have to go to the system and then enter the all the transaction there. Now everything is accessed. You can just go to the website, log in and start working. Saving files, you see Google Drive. Google Drive, you can access anywhere. Just go to Gmail, Drive, all files are there. OneDrive, Dropbox. Even Tally gives those access. SAP, anyway, I don't have to talk about it. Even Zerodha, not Zerodha. What is that? Zoho. Zoho also gives those kind of cloud login options. So what advantages when especially the COVID happened? People could work from home. Cloud computing. That's the biggest advantage, right? Imagine if everything was in physical server and you have to go to office to access to the Tally and all for every small things. For sending emails or Outlook data, everything is there. Now it's on system. You don't have to worry about which system you're using. Wherever you go, take the system, log in, work and give the system back. Right? Cloud computing has that power. Of course, it also comes with its challenges. Okay, what is the meaning? Computing services over the internet, saving it over the internet server, not in the physical server in the office. Access the data and software from any device. So you don't have to depend on my system. This system is lost, my data is lost. Everything is the cloud. A software threat happens. Sometimes antivirus does not work. Data lost in system, no problem. It is stored in the cloud. In Excel, sometimes we delete, but I can go to Google Drive, select the previous version, restore it, I have the data. Backup is a very important feature available in cloud computing. Accessibility anywhere there, anybody can access. See, if I use Google Sheet, I can work, you can work parallelly. Whereas in Excel sheet, even if it is saved in Google Drive, a conflicted copy will get selected. We cannot work on same line. Both of our work will not be updated if I'm doing parallelly. Google Sheet has that. You can use it for tracking purposes, updating the work, for asking questions from the clients. Instead of asking through our email, use the Google form. Google form, ask the question and you, whenever you are possible, you please submit this. It comes in a beautiful manner. Name of the person, PAN number, GST number, what are the TDS file. They can fill that in like a drop down MCQ question. So customer also will feel good. But anyway, let's come back. Common application, Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, even Zoho gives the drive facilities. Lot of software gives the file storage facilities. Software as services, SaaS, like CRM. I have used one CRM called as Bitrix. I think Salesforce is also CRM. So what does a CRM do? Customer relationship management, customer name, customer email ID, customer phone number, when he did purchase, which item, or if he is a lead. Sales is, many CS students don't know, okay. Sales is very important part of the organization. So how customer will come? Suddenly customer will not come. First data will be there. That's called as leads. If somebody is a hot lead means he's interested, he should be given importance. Cold lead means he has not shown interest, maybe we should contact him later. So when information about a customer comes, that's called as lead. Is he interested or not interested? Interested, he will become hot lead. Not interested, he will become cold lead. Cold lead means you have to contact him maybe 3 months later. And then he may become hot lead again, or he may be moved back to cold lead. Or if he say don't disturb me, then he should be taken out from the system. Then if it becomes hot lead, you have to track the progress of when was he contacted, what was the main discussion about. So you have to keep a track of it, and then you have to once he's interested, then you have to sell the goods. The whole process is there, right? Customer relationship management. Then you should ask the feedback. If any questions are there, is it addressed? That is CRM, software as services. It's called as SaaS. Infrastructure service, AWS, I told you, Amazon. Actually, for Amazon, highest profitability is not from Amazon Prime, where you and me subscribe to watch movies, series. And Amazon don't make much money from their platform. Amazon, where they sell lot of products, mostly at discount, mostly at loss, or with little profit. Where they make money is this AWS server. So if you want to have a cloud storage, you have to host it in things like AWS server. AWS is the Amazon, the main server. Then platform as service, like Google App Engine, where you can develop your own app. Google app, see, you have on your Android so many apps, right? So many apps will come. Dropbox app is there, Facebook app is there, YouTube app is there, ICI app is also there. Our Academy app is also there. Like that, if you want to develop your own app, you don't have to be a developer. There's something called as Google App Engine. Go and develop your own apps. App sheets you have. You can link Google Sheet to that. So you can have your own form. I had done it for my company earlier. It was not made use of. It was scrapped later. But anyway, so that is one thing. Cloud-based communication, Zoom, Google Meet. So many options like that, where, or Cisco, WebEx, you can do online virtual meetings. Cloud-based e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart, big data analytics. This is one huge area anybody can access. It was told that data analysts and data scientists are the highest paid jobs in the world. Everything is happening in technology, right? So when technology happens, you get data, and using the data, you can make a better decision. And for making the decision, the data will be in the raw form. From the raw form, you have to make it into a useful insights. That's where big data analytics comes into picture. Lot of tools are also there, like Google Analytics. Lot of platform will provide this service where you can upload the data and get the insights. And Power BI for reporting purpose. You have on Google also, you have some studio, something you have Google for studio analysis, something you have on Google also. This is a very big area, my dear friends. One small other example I give you, which I heard from my community. Paytm, you know everybody Paytm, right? Who are the one of the first pioneers in UPI transaction. See, what is UPI? Money will be transferred from my account and will be transferred to another account. So if I take out 10 rupees, 10 rupee will be given. Minus 10 plus 10. Then what did Paytm got the money in between? Nowadays, if you want to load to the Paytm wallet, they charge. But if you directly transfer, there is no money, right? Then who is paying? No, RBI has a mandate that UPI transaction should not be charged. And that's why no companies can charge. But my question is, what is the income for Paytm? They have so much of infrastructure, they have developers, they have set up services, they have to pay salaries, rent, so many costs. What is the income for them? Nothing. When you go to a hotel, you do a UPI transaction, one sound will come, rupees 10 received, right? That machine, they'll sell it. How many items they can sell? But what Paytm has, the data. What data? A chai wala who is selling teas in front of office, if he wants to go to a bank and take loan, bank will not provide loan. He does not have documents, he does not have financial history, he does not have a CIBIL score. But now that Paytm has got all the transactions, Paytm knows, oh, what is his monthly income? He is credit worthy now. So Paytm is planning to become, or can become, I don't know, they can become a bank, or they can become NBFC, they can lend loan because they know data. See, now the decisions will not be based on your financial history, will not be based on the papers you submit, will not be based on income tax returns. Of course, traditional will continue, but now the loans will be given based on UPI transactions. You have a financial transactions, you know how much money you spend on which item. Companies, if they are seller of those items, they can promote those products. They know in this area these type of products are sold. This person in the month of December he goes for vacation, so you have to push notification relating to travel. Promote the items relating to travel gadgets. You can focus on those areas. In fact, Asian Paints, you know, the largest paints company in India, they are they have introduced a supercomputer in 1970s. They are a paint company. Why they need a supercomputer? Because they had understood the concept of analytics at that point itself. They started collecting the data of distributor, which place, which type of paint is sold, so that you know when the paint inventory will come, you can go and refill. So when a customer comes, distributor will not say I don't have stock, it is ready, refilled. And it is also advantage for the distributor because he don't have to keep too much of inventory. He can keep the inventory as much required, and he knows whichever inventory goes will be refilled automatically. The facilities are structured like that. Data analytics is a magic world. Let's move on. Benefits: improved accessibility, login from anywhere. Enhanced security, yes, because it's on cloud, you can make sure that security plays in picture. Whereas if you are in physical place, right, if you have 100 branches, for every 100 branch you have to put the physical security measures. If it is in cloud, you just protect the cloud, sufficient. Log anywhere in the world, same security measure will be applicable. Increase scalability, that means the number will be increased, more number of people can access, transparency is there. You can even get the data to customers. So what you're talking about? Let me talk about a CA firm. You save the file of clients in a Google Drive or Dropbox. So what do? That particular folder, you share it with the client. You understand? So that client can see your company folder, only that client in his computer. So instead of sending mail everything, he can save it folder over there. And when he wants 3 years later any income tax return, he can go there and take it. Right? See the accessibility part, see the power. And I should share one more experience. It happened in one of my friend's office. He has enabled this feature where folder has been shared with respective clients. And one time, one client met with an accident. And their family members went to the hospital, and hospital people asked for whatever the medical insurance you have taken, those details. Family members did not have. Where this receipt is saved, which number, who will know? They called up the CA office. Anyway, you had the folder, and the CA office person guided, go to this folder, open this, it has all the medical insurance details. Why? Because when you are filing his returns, you would have asked for the deductions details. Somebody who are not doing a proper job will say, how much insurance claim? 20,000, type 20,000. And our friend office was very organized. They had taken that policy premium receipt and had saved it. See how it is being used. A property document can be saved. The client, the ID documents can be saved. If client wants it somewhere, he can open the mobile, Google Drive. See, my Aadhaar card he can show, PAN card he can show. You understand the scalability, accessibility, reduced cost. Yes, it does not, because it does not require physical server, multiple places. In one place you can say. Streamlined collaboration, multiple people can access. Like I told you, clients as well as CA office. Improved reporting and analytics, because data will be saved in the cloud. Every footfall, every access, every transactions will have a log. Will have a like you go and log in the back end, there will be a line written. Login time, login person, how much time he was there. So we can access all the activities that is happening, and based on that also we can generate reports. Like leave records. Somebody can log in and automatically it is created, this person is working. So for leave purpose and all you can make use of it. Challenges. Prone to hackers. Yes, everything data on the internet is subject to risk. Net connectivity. Cloud access means you can access anywhere, but internet is still a challenge in India. Many cities, rural places. In my village, for example, telephone line only is not there. The landline is there, but mobile network is not there. So things like that, you will find issues. So cloud computing. So entire world was COVID-20 hit. So at that time, cloud computing came to the rescue of activities. Software as thing, infrastructure service, yeah, this I covered. Benefits of cloud computing, challenges in cloud computing. Cloud uses spreadsheet, like Google Sheet I give an example, right, where people can access and work parallelly, those kind of things. Yeah. So this is regarding the second point, cloud computing. So we have done so far the evolution of accounting, current state. In that current state, we have done automation process and cloud computing. Let me go further. Let me go to the ERP. Okay, ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Earlier we were using Tally. Then Tally ERP also came. It has limited features for accounting, where ERP is a animal. It is a dinosaurus animal. It's a big world. So many modules are there, like SAP, Oracle, where it can do a function of accounting. It can also do a function of reporting. It can also do a function of POS, point of sale. You go to Big Bazaar. Oh no, Big Bazaar is not there. Smart Bazaar. You go to any other PVR and you swipe a card. At that time, there will be an entry for money from the PVR point of view. I am telling. There will be an entry for the money receivable from the credit card. There will be entry for sales happened. Entry that sales happened in, let's say, Mumbai, in this branch for this movie. So those data will get stored, and customer date, mobile number also, sometime they lost. Customer data also will be stored, and entry will happen in the accounting end to end. And so many, we call it as, so many parts are there. Modules. ERP, sales module, HR module, payroll module. You have to do leave records, then ESI calculation, PF calculation, TDS calculation, pay slip mailing, investment proof collection. See, so much payroll data to be stored. If you think of a manufacturing company, inventory should be maintained. Inputs coming in, warehouse storage, goods received note, GRN. Somebody need to keep a track of it, configured. ERP can do all these things. It's a very costly affair though. So if I tell you, for small companies, Tally can be used. Next level, Zoho, uh, Indian based company Zoho is a middleman, I can say. It is about Tally, but not so much of ERP. But it has so many modules. It has practice management software, it has payroll module, it has sales module, it has accounting element, manufacturing element. So Zoho, and then we can use ERP. So various options available. Okay. So what is an ERP? Software that organizations use for managing day-to-day end-to-end activities. Each and an activity, goods comes in, security inspection is done, went to the warehouse, stored in warehouse in particular bin, and from that bin it has gone to the factory for production on a particular day. It is processed, it is work in progress, it has gone to the warehouse, or it has gone to the factory, or it has gone to the go down for sales. Each and everything can be tracked. That's where I wonder, big companies have this ERP. Recently there is a raid on a company called Polycab wires and all, right? Polycab, it's a listed company, big company, and there is a news that there is IT raid. IT raid happened 3 months later. IT department came up with some notification where Polycab name was not there, but many people interpret that way, that there has been unaccounted sales of 1,000 crores on that day of news. Polycab shares fell by 21%. Systematic risk, advanced financial management, AFM, portfolio management, systematic risk. Anyway, but with this ERP in place, I really don't know. It wonder how people can do that much of fraud. I really don't know true or not. But with this technology in place, I will definitely say that the fraud also has been controlled. One more example I'll give you, not directly connected but related to technology. Construction company, one of my friends' construction company was there. So they purchase the cement, they purchase material, they have GST input credit. They sell goods, they construct the houses, give it to corporates. So they charge GST and they take the input credit. Correct? B2B, no. The companies for whom you have constructed the building, they will take the input credit. That is, everything is fine. But this construction companies also sells it to the individual people. Can individual people claim input credit? No. So what was system followed earlier? Many construction people, you want bill or no bill? No bill means less. With bill means more. Only very few people used to say give me with bill. Same people continued the practice. But what happened now? You have purchased the materials, you have the input credit, but you are not showing the sales. Mismatch. A query came from department. What are you doing? Caught, gone, company is closed. See, that's the power of technology. Anyway, for maintaining day-to-day activities, ERP is useful. Connects and correlates multitude of business process. I told you, different background, sales, HR, accounting, finance, reporting. See, when somebody says goods have been sold, that should reflect the profit ultimately for P&L account. Everything is connected. No need to manually post entries. Sales have been done, that means GST gets updated, GST returns. Sales have been done, receivable is accounted. The receivable person should go and follow up on the customer to get the money. The sales is done, P&L is accounted. P&L is accounted, reporting, monthly report, and monthly sales, daily sales also. A sales manager will keep looking at today how much sales happened. So one activity should go into different places, multitude of business. It can connect and correlate. So time will be saved, manual process will be saved. Defines the data structure schema. This means schema is there even for your ITR filing, TDS filing, GST filing and all. Schema, or even for XBRL reporting. Schema means set of rules. If anybody spends on traveling expense, it should be clubbed under the transportation, traveling, conveyance expenses. So you define a structure that's called a schema so that everybody follow the same structure. The data will be consistent, reporting will be consistent. So if the structure is not there, everybody follows their own rules, comparison becomes difficult. Yeah, that is schema. Centralized collection of data. So data gets stored in one place in ERP rather than in different branches, in different departments. Everything gets centralized. Benefits: improved business insight. You get so many data, you can do analytics, you can do better decisions. Less operational cost, maintenance is less because everything is connected. Enhanced collaboration, many people can work parallelly, so the things will get done faster. Common user experience, because the data is standardized, the process is standardized, people can repeatedly do the same job, so thereby the user experience will be much convenient. Consistent infrastructure, increased user adoption, many people can adopt. So how does an ERP work? What is the process of ERP implementation? One of my senior where I am part of, one person who was what a PwC earlier just specializes on ERP implementation, nothing else. He will charge a bomb because he has got the experience of ERP and all. So how the ERP system works? How does ERP system work? Defined data structure. So the schema I told you, right, that has to be defined first. Data entry will happen at sales, at purchases, payroll. Then authorization will be there. So we should have audit trail, right? Who is logging, who has entered this data, anybody modified. In purchases and all, approval has to take place. Who has approved? How did he approve? Among which option he approved? At what price he approved? For one of the companies, I was doing some analytics where it was mentioned that what is the average price of purchasing one particular wire. Average price was 50, 51, 53, 54 and one day it was 85, then 53, 54 it went up. I got that. I told them, the management, see, you have to look into this transaction and do more inquiry. Upon inquiry, there they realized on that day he sold it to some relative entity and price is 83 and he got a commission afterwards, kickback. Purchase manager, right? He would have told, you charge more. Normal price I know 50 rupees, you charge 80 rupees. You get 30 rupees, no. In that, let's do 50-50. All these extraordinary brain will come from India. We are good at good things, we are good at bad things. Okay. So authorization is required to access those kind of data points. Real-time data, because it is connected universally in all the departments, all the branches. It gets updated continuously. There is no lag between when the transaction happens and when the report takes place. Business process and outflows all are connected, and modules for each major functions, like you can also customize it. Sales module depending on what you require. See, for example, a manufacturer require different configuration. He wants raw material, he wants the labor data, he wants what chemicals are added, assembly is happening, storage data. For a distributor, for like Big Bazaar, Smart Bazaar or PVR, for them manufacturing module is not required. So you can customize. Of course there will be a cost, but that is possible in ERP facilities. So this is regarding the ERP. So with this we have completed the second part, that is current state of technology in accounting. Actually these are only the main parts, remaining will get over fast. Let's move further. Okay, so moving on. So we have completed the ERP. Yes, automation part we have done. Now we'll look at cyber security and accounting. What you have done so far? The current state of technology, automation, ERP, those kind of stuff. So when the things happens digitally, fraud also happens digitally. Fraud will happen wherever there is financial impact and where there are more number of people. They also need the people to exploit. So where there are supply, there comes the demand. Anyway, cyber security. There will be efforts to steal the data through application and unauthorized process. And that's why now we have something like a two-factor authentication. Right? Every time you log into a Gmail in a new device, you get one OTP. Every time you log into a bank account, there will be an OTP. So that access is even Zerodha if you have. If you log in the internet system, there will be a code which comes in Zerodha app, and that code you have to type it. And some people using the automation process were capturing the data from a website. They are scraping. They are automatically logging to a GST website, income tax website, and take some data. So what they did now? They've introduced the system of CAPTCHA. So that system, robots cannot run automatically. So authorized access, unauthorized access, some efforts will be there in the process of taking the data out. Imagine our Aadhaar, what and all data it has. You have given all your personal data, age, address, mobile number, name, family details. You have given your fingerprint. Do you understand the enormity of it? What impact it can have if there is a security breach in the government database? If it is accessed by, let's say, Chinese department, some people, where you have everybody's retina image, fingerprint, what and all it can be made misuse of. So cyber security is definitely an issue. So you have to protect yourself with firewalls, antivirus, things on those lines. And one of company where I was associated, a PMS, it's a 5,000 crore PMS, and they got antivirus telling that your data is blocked, you cannot no more access the server. What happens to clients' data, transactions, financial transactions? They had a backup, so they could retrieve. So they will have cost, you have to maintain. In spite of that, there could be some unforeseen circumstances for which you should have a backup. That's why I always say, even have a backup before breakup. So if something happens also, you are safe. Anyway, let's come back to this. Cyber security is about protecting yourself from unauthorized access or somebody trying to steal data. Sensitive financial data, especially applicable for banks. They have all the data of their customer, who has how much money, how they transact, where the money will go, all those things, and transmitted digitally. It is taken out from the online platforms. So what are the common threats you will have? Phishing attacks for sensitive information, especially for banking websites. Malware attacks, virus, suddenly it comes. This, you cannot open this app. This is unauthorized. It becomes, files gets corrupt. Virus. Ransom attacks, I think this is what I was saying, locking files. One of the clients, all the data was in GST files in Excel file. Now you are not able to open that Excel file. Please have a backup. Insider threats by employees. So everything was dependent on humans. And one fine day, that person, employee, had to be fired. So along with himself, he took the data also out. So nowadays, people will not kill back. So if in movies and all you have seen, you are fired, he will come back and say, okay, I will kill you. I will ask rowdies to come and do attack on you. No, those kind of things. Nowadays, it is you fire me, okay, I'll take the data out. I'll put some virus onto this and I'll go out. See, for example, I'm a consultant for one of the company which is implementing Chat GPT inside their platform. I have their platform, I have their laptop. I cannot use pen drive. I mean, I can use pen drive. It does not read. They have disabled the reading functionality for the protection mechanism. Okay, denial of service, blocking. When you go to some website, you know what website some people search in Google in incognito mode. These kind of things gets infiltrated to your system, and you will not be able to open certain files, open certain folders, or sometimes you cannot even open a system. Suddenly a Windows blue screen will come and it will close it out. You cannot even start a machine. Then you have to reinstall everything. That's why cloud computing, saving the data on cloud becomes handy. Supply chain attacks by third-party software. Okay, what are the proactive measures you can do? Password management. What is password management? First of all, have password accessed. Tally, anybody could log in and account. No, have a password. And password also, make a system that it should be changed after, let's say, 90 days. When you are having an ICICI bank account, SBI bank account, you get a message. Your password has expired. Please reset. Password management. Encryption. See, I'll give my own example of our classes. We are selling pen drive, Google Drive class also, right? That's our livelihood, source of income. But what some people can do, not students, I trust the students, but somebody will be there in the market. So if you sell the videos, they will take the screen capture and record it and sell it them at a lower price or at free. Sometimes competitors might do it. So what we do, we encrypt our videos. There are encryption companies, of course for a fees. It pinches. They take a heavy fees from us also. And they will encrypt such a way that if you try to do screen capture, a black will come. Nothing gets captured. No voice gets captured. Things like that. So encryption should be there for the companies also. Access control. So you define admin privilege, user privilege. This person is an admin in a SAP. He can change the configuration. This person can add more user. This person can change the password. So you give a different types of access. Network security, security settings, employee training, train them with modules, with regular seminars, workshops. Data backup, I told you, having a backup is very important. Incident response planning, when something happens, if any attack happens, how to respond, whom to contact, have a module, have a manual, have a series of steps written. We call it as SOP, standard operating procedures. If this incident happens, oh, this is the things I should follow. Keep those things ready so that if any attack happens, people will not be in panic. Instead, they will respond with the proper series of steps. Okay, this is about cyber security in accounting. Then the future of technology in accounting. The future of technology. I don't know whether it is a future because it's already come. I would say like this. The future starts today. I used to tell this as a motivation factor to my students in class. The future starts not tomorrow. Future starts today. The future of technology in accounting has started already now, I think. Okay. One about blockchain. So when I tell blockchain, what comes to your mind mostly? Cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, Ethereum. So many coins are there. Okay. So blockchain is a technology which is based on encryption. So when a transaction happens, a block gets created. Imagine a block. If anybody tries to do a modification, another block gets created. If somebody does any small modification, another block gets created. So the blockchain ensures transparency. Blockchain ensures transparency and also centralization, not decentralization. So it will become decentralization. It will be away from centralization. So anybody can access, and it is secured, because if anybody take access, the block gets altered, you know that something has happened there. Blockchain can be used in monetary system. Blockchain can be used in real estate contracts, agreements, any agreement for that matter. It cannot be tampered with easily. The future definitely is blockchain. Why people are going for Bitcoin? Personally, I am not a fan of it, but let me explain whatever I know about it. So Bitcoin is a series of numbers, tokens. It's a limited series. That's one of the arguments in favor. US government, Indian government, who are the authority for monetary supply, can print the money how much ever they want. And when they print money, inflation happens, poor suffers, you know it. But sometimes it's also necessary, like to face the COVID part, government has taken a decision of printing money. That helped, but it has the negative consequences after some point in time. But sometimes sometimes government, not in the interest of people, if the government is corrupted, they might involve in printing of money, not really in favor of the public at large. So there is infinite possibility of printing money, whereas in Bitcoin it has limited tokens, so it's not possible. It can only define, it has finite number of tokens. So there the infinite possibility gets arrested. That option will be taken out. That's a good thing. Anyway, I believe then that is Bitcoin. Like that, Ethereum is there. So many other cryptocurrencies are there. So everybody will come with my own currency. I will come with my own currency, Chinmay currency. So again a problem at infinity. But anyway, so that is a different discussion altogether. I'm only talking about the technology part. And one more layer is, there gets a block. So everybody will have access to that block if you are a technological person. So you can see, oh, this transaction is saved here. Of course, it is encrypted and to be decrypted. In the sense, the person who is accessing, the person who is giving the information, both of them will know. And in the common part, the data exchange will happen. And as I told you, it need not go through the government. It can happen directly from user 1 to user 2 in a common platform. Imagine this is like a ledger where anybody can access. But not the data, but the codes of it. Anybody can access. So even if you tamper one small code, one more element gets entered, so one more transaction gets saved, you know that somebody has tampered with. Anyway, let's not go into too much of technology. You understood, great. If not, even better. Okay, so blockchain is a decentralized, transparent ledger. Imagine it is an open book. Everybody can come and see it. Distributed network verified by multiple participants. It's a common platform, but many people can access and many people has to approve to get validated. It has cryptographic algorithms, predefined finite tokens like Bitcoin. Key impacts: enhanced transparency. Yes, because it is decentralized, it is no more under control of one person. It is available for larger people. Larger people can access it, so it is enhanced transparency. Improved data integrity. Data integrity means data validity. It will be more realistic, more correct, because less people can tamper it. Data will be more authentic. Audit process, so we can always track the previous transactions. So tracking is very clear. Enhanced security, you can have the security measures around it for like a two-factor login authentication. Even every transactions can be tracked, so it is more secure. Simply for reconciliation, verification can be done, cost reduction and real time reporting, because everything is online, it is real time updation. Okay, that is on blockchain. As far as artificial intelligence is concerned, I think ChatGPT has become order of the day. You can write an email to do so and so, it will write an email. You can say, from this chapter, give me 10 MCQ questions, it will give. The biggest support I have observed in terms of ChatGPT is, especially for Indians who are from rural background and all, it has helped to correct our English. It has helped to correct our English. So you can, whatever mail you type, you put it there, it will correct and write it. But also be careful about the usage of technology over there. Simply don't say, write an email for a customer, he is not paying money, give me an email. It will show very bad result. You don't just copy paste and send it to customer will get offended. The reason why I know, because I was one of the person who did that. One of our associated company had to give us some TDS details. We kept on reminding them, they have not given. They are very nice people. Because of some time pressure, they could not do it. So I had to send a mail telling them, can you please make sure this is taken at priority. We need it. That's what we wanted to tell. And I was supposed to send a mail. I took the data, whatever it came in ChatGPT, put it there, I sent an email. They came back. The director of that company called our company director and asking, what is happening? Are you going to deal with us or not? I was taken back. I did not know the severity of that mail. It has affected sentiment of so many people. Finally, I had to go and apologize. Sorry, that's what not my intention. See, it mentioned sentence like this. Many other people gave the data, not sure what is the problem with you. Something like this and all ChatGPT has written. See, it's a very good tool. Don't do like what I did. You give instruction to ChatGPT telling, I want to write a mail to so and so, asking for them data in a polite manner, make it very simple words, give detailed instructions, otherwise it will assume own things and give you whatever it wants, and you will be on the recipient end, like me suffered on that point. I have learnt a lesson. Anyway, so artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, simulation of human intelligence. So if you give a data, for example, you give a sales data and say, give me insights, it will give. Financial data, give P&L account, upload on Excel document. It's not available in free version, paid version I have tested it out. It's reasonable, not so great. So you put the P&L account and say, give me analysis. You can use it for your auditing. Extract the sales data of the company, put it there and ask, okay, give me some auditing observations. It will simulate human observation. Predictive analytics, it can also be used for analytics. Amazon, Google, Facebook will have the data of what you browse, what you read, what you upload. So it knows your interest and it can predict what you're likely to purchase, and those ads it can push. So the ads will be more relevant and more effective, and enables computers to learn and perform stocks. Forget about human learning. Now computers are learning. That's dangerous things also. Okay. So one of the examples I'll give you, one of the clients told us. So ChatGPT, you can ask question, it will give answer. So there was one book, I don't know what topic. So based on that book, one person asked a question telling, based on this book, give me the answer. It gave the answer beautifully. Now the person who wrote the book filed a complaint against them, asking, without my permission, how can you train your model from my book? You understand? From my book, you have trained your software, your application, which is giving the results to the consumers, to the outsiders, to the public. Anyway, those are the issues which are there. So computers are learning. So no more a human, competition is another human. Now the competition is computer. Okay, and benefits like in the technology, automated data entry, it can detect the frauds if something is not in regular course. For example, purchase price, transactions you track, one purchase price for the same material has become higher, 30% higher than previous, it can throw it out, and you can say you can do more investigation there. Financial forecasting for the purpose of valuations and all you can make use of. Accounting automation, tax compliance. Challenges, data privacy. So if you upload the data in ChatGPT have the access to your data. So data privacy. So a lot of laws are also coming. Data privacy bills also been drafted. Security concerns, things becoming more online. Then people will also have the other side of it on fraud, on attacks, virus attacks, things that technical complexity. Training employees, ultimately people should be told, like for example while sending email you should tell them how to make use of these things in a proper manner. Even if you want to write a prompt in the ChatGPT, how it can be made use of. See, artificial intelligence is not just ChatGPT, but I have given that example so that you will be able to understand with a better context. Okay, so this is regarding the theoretical aspects. Problems are also there, but problems you please go through that, because there's not much of me to explain. They have given things like, listed companies, financial transactions are carried on ERP. Then they have given so many list of items, provide illustrative step for financial closing and reporting. I really doubt whether these kind of questions would be asked in exam. But anyway, just go through it for your reference purpose. The institute question, 4 questions are there. You can also bring in technological points, and you can bring in Ind-AS points also. So for the purpose of making it more relevant. Anyway, so our theoretical aspects I've covered. For practice, you can go through this question. If you still have any doubts or if you need any support on those things, you can tell me. I'll see what I can do about it. So this is the completion from my side relating to these chapters. Rest is in your hands. All the best. Do well. See you.